Hey again. In this section, you will learn how to design Find My Age app. The idea of this.
Hey again, let me start a step-by-step building or find my age application. So to get started, I will click start a new Android project, and this time I will pick empty activity. Then I click next. Here I will name it find my age. Then I will hit enter. Okay, just I keep everything default. I'm just using it for learning. So enter. It will take some time to make everything ready. Here we go. Since it is a simple activity, so they put at least one layout for you. So if I just go to resource layout, you see there is one layout here, and this layout, if I just maximize it, has only one input field. So as a workflow, if I go to the main manifest, there is activity and it has intent filter. That means the application will start from here. If I click here, this is the first Kotlin file will get called, which is this one. In this case, it is this one. This one, when it gets called, include r.layout.main activity. That means r.layout.main activity. It will load this page for you. So this is a simple way to create a simple application without any additional work. So if you see, whenever we drag any object, it will be seen here on the screen. I could just remove this one by click on it here and click delete, or click on it in the layout and click delete. So to drag any object, there is many here in toolbox I could drag. For me, I want 3 of them. In the text, I want ask someone to enter something. I'm not asking him to enter a password, not email, not phone number. I want a date. When I drag and drop this one here, if you see, I try to put it in lines if I could, because when I put in the lines, they will Android create a constraint for me. So if I click here, see, they add constraint from here, constraint from here. What mean constraint? Constraint means Android Studio try to make sure this object always appear in the middle of the page, or if I want it in the start of the page or start tab, I always move it here. So always there's a specific constraint from this place and specific constraint from this place. Just try to fit the object. Okay, this is what we mean by constraint. This happened because this one is enabled. What I mean by that, if I just remove this and disable this option and try to drag drop it, even with layout, they will not add constraint for you. So it's better keeping this one always enabled, so you make sure when you drag any object, they try automatically generate constraints for you. See, one from the left, one of the right. You could add a more constraint by just, for example, from here, you add one and just take it back. Or if you could just remove this one, just pick the object back and click here, remove that one, the top one. That's fine. You could remove it, or you could add it also in this way. So you could add it from the layout, you could add it from here. So now this the input field. What else? I want to show a result. So show a result, I would pick this object because I want to show a result. So I'll put it here. So I always make sure there's a constraint. They already put constraint from here and here. We will learn what's the issue after we design everything. Then I need a button. I asking someone to input, or when someone hit this button, I get the age from here. Do correct process, show the results here. So yes, this is how the layout look like. If you see the layout has 3 objects: text field, has a edit text view, and button. If I just try to look to it as a code, click here. You see I have edit text, I have a text view, I have a button. Every object, for example, as a edit text. Edit text, you could say object name Android colon the properties equal the value. What I mean by that? If I go back here, I want to add hint here. I could add the hint from the LUI from this UI, searching by hint from here, or just by searching here for hint. I say enter your DOB. Okay. See, this is a hint for the user to enter his DOB. If you see the properties name hint equal the value. If I go to the code, this is the edit text. If you see there is a new properties added, if I just add a new line, name it Android hint equal value. So you could do it through the UI, or you could just remove it and now I don't see it, and I do it through the code. So to do it through the code, you need to mention Android hint, I mean the properties equal the value. You say, for example, enter your DOB. So you could do it from the code, you could do it from the UI here. I would rather to try both of them because we will learn a lot about how to play with the XML here, because this is how the Android being written as a UI, as XML, just as a tag. You open tag, close the tag for any object. This is for the edit text, this is for text view, this is for button. To change other properties, you just add them inside the tag. So what else? This one I would expect to add something in the text, not in the hint. Hint something people can't see. They just can't. They can't see it as a background, but when they write something, it's gone. Here I would name it. I say I show age shows here. This is just as a hint, not hint, as a just background. And this one as a for button, I will show as a text. I will say get my age. Okay, I click enter. If you see, if I go to the code, I see this hint, have a hint, enter your age. This one as a text has a show your age as text view. This has a button as a text, get my age. So whatever I add LUI, it show as in the text. That sounds cool now. You could view this screen in multiple way. You could just view print this way, blueprint, both of them, or only just design. Pick the one that you feel more comfortable with. This one, what the device you want to see it on. For example, you want to see it in Excel, because certain applications supposed to support different devices. This is like vertical and horizontal, portal and layout. This is just you testing, making sure your application run on different thing. And this is some more about constraint we will learn in a second. So this is the very simple layout I designed. I could do more by just, for example, I need to change the background for this one. Constraint layout, I just pick it. Then I search for background color. And here, I just click here. And color, I could pick from Android or from themes, whatever you prefer. I would pick from Android. I pick this one, or this one, whatever you want to feel more comfortable with. So I change background. For this one, this button also I want to change the background, so I would change it. I would assume the button should color be green or hollow green. See, that's nice. And this one, I would change the font color, so I would say color, so text color, because I don't need to change the background, and in this case I change the text color, so orange. So that's mean I'm changing the text color, but also I need to change the font size. I search for font, or I search for size. So it's showing me text size. I change it to 24. You see it's showing up bigger. So very nice layout, has three things, and every object being set to have a constraint from the left and right, left and right, left and right. Let me just run it and see if it's shown the same way that we built it here. So I click enter. Here we go, this is the application. Unfortunately, it did not show in the same way that we want, because you see here we have a constraint from the left and right. We have here a constraint from the left and right. Here also we have a constraint from the left and right. And that's right, that's what he did. They just tried to put them, three of them in the middle. And you see three of them in the middle. Why? Because I did not tell him how far this one be from the top, like how far the first one. How far the second one from the top from the second one, or from this one. I didn't put this information, and because I did not put them, Android Studio don't know like how far they should be, so I just place them, all of them in the top. So to make sure this one always appear here, what I should do, I should put a constraint between this one and the up corner. So just let me remove this part, and I say okay, I want constraint on the top. This one to always appear after that one with specific place. I just make sure add constraint here again. Same thing for this one, between this one and this one. I just make sure add constraint here. So I just hopefully I did not add. I just remove this part. I need to add constraint here. Okay. So now I'm making sure this one always have a constraint from this side, and this side, so always appear in this position. This one always have 3 constraints from here and here and here, between this one and this one. And same thing for the third one. But what the issue now you face it, 3 of them will appear in this way. What if the font size is this size? Because we suppose application may not display the same font size. In this case, the age or the button, this button will not show. So make sure this one always also have a constraint here, so it will appear on the same page application or same font size. So make sure also add constraint down. So make sure, hey, this one, yeah, this one appear after that one, but I need this one to have, or the button, I need the button to have a constraint by down. So now I just rerun it, and this time I don't run complete app. I just apply changes, so I don't want to re-render everything. This one is just happen faster, so click. Here we go, see? Yes, now everything appear as they are. This one has a 3 constraint, appear in the middle, this one is 3, and same thing, this one has 4 from all the sides. So this is not only thing to learn about how to set the objects. You could just pick all of them now and do more. Like I just pick 3 of them, I say, oh no, I want let me just click on some empty place, so make sure I have nothing selected. So and then I just could select all of them. So just first of all click empty place and select all of them. For example, I say I want 3 of them, they start from the same point, from the edge to the left. In the case that you want all of them start from the left. Or you say no, I want their edges start from the right. Okay, you could do whatever you want to do with the constraint. There is many things to learn here about constraints, how to put the objects. We will go through them all day or lecture by lecture. So I think this is the best. So 3 of them here have a constraint, 3 of them they have this edge in the end, and this is how the layout should seem. So if you see there is an issue in the layout because the color, so I just blueprint is better for you to design layout in this case. So sound to me everything cool. Now to go to the next step, just what you have to take away here from this lecture, you have multiple objects. You could drag whatever you want here and they should appear here as objects. You could play with the properties of the object by changing these properties, and also you could change them through the code here. So now you see your layout is good to go. So let's go to the next step and try to build our application.